John mentioned the state of Ohio, an excellent segue to former Senator Sherrod Brown of Ohio, now eyeing a comeback, aiming to return to the United States Senate in 2026, according to sources familiar with his plans. Brown, who lost his bid for a fourth term last year, quickly becomes the Democratic frontrunner to face Republican Senator Jon Husted, the former lieutenant governor who was appointed to fill the vacant seat left by Vice President J.D. Vance. Democrats, who need to flip 4 seats to take control of the upper chamber next year, view Brown as someone who can make Ohio competitive. Clearly, he's won many times there, despite its recent red shift. The former senator has been pushing his party to reconnect with working class voters. And it does feel, Mike Barnicle, like Senator Brown has the message for the moment, and he's not just coming around to it now. It's been the entire motivating thesis of his political philosophy. It's connecting to working people in Ohio.
You know, Willie, Sherrod Brown, who obviously was in the United States Senate for a few terms, and he was focused every day of his life in the Senate on helping working people, helping them through legislation, whatever. He's one of the few Democrats I can think of who could answer the following question out there in the campaign trail, bumping into someone, a young woman, young mother, a young father, whatever, at a grocery store or at a gas station, who would ask him as a candidate, what difference can you as a Democrat make for my life, in my life, for my children? He's one of the few Democrats I can think of who could really give an answer that would make a lot of sense. I don't know what's wrong with the Democrats that they can't talk to people or have difficulty talking to people, but Sherrod Brown is not one of them.
No, and he's certainly, as Willie noted, had a lot of success there in Ohio. But that's a state that has gotten very red in recent cycles. And though he has, universal name recognition in Ohio, or pretty close, he's still that's going to be an uphill battle for him, Elizabeth. But Democrats are heartened. This is certainly a great recruitment. That's one thing. Senator Schumer, as the Democrats' leader there in the Senate, has come under a lot of scrutiny in recent months for some of his legislative moves. But one thing he's always been good at is bringing in strong candidates, getting the best possible Ds out there on the line. That said, the map's still not super favorable for Dems to get back the upper chamber next year.
No, but this is a big win for Chuck Schumer. It's also a big win for Democrats potentially. Sherrod Brown did, of course, lose last time, but he ran, it's 8 points ahead of the ticket. He did much better than Kamala Harris. So he's the best bet that the Democrats have in Ohio, my home state, which is increasingly red. It's Democrats are still in the urban areas, and it just gives Democrats a little bit of hope ahead of what's going to be some very tough map for the Senate in 2026. And by the way, he would only be replacing the current senator and he will have to run again in 2028 should he win.
All right, still ahead on Morning Joe, Mexico is sending more than 24 cartel members to prison in the United States. We'll dig into the terms of that deal. Plus, we're getting a look at new video from the deadly mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. We'll dig into what this says about the delayed police response in that shooting. Morning Joe, we'll be right back.